PayPal News Time is 7:38. Good morning to you. Welcome into Acadiana's Morning News. Bernadette Lee, Brandon Como, and joining us for her usual Monday segment, Jaci Russo.
Hey.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, so before we get into it, all right, Super Bowl, we now have our team set. Do you know who you're rooting for, Panthers or Cardinals?
Oh, well, yeah.
Not Cardinals, I'm sorry. Panthers or Broncos?
I knew what he meant. I've loved Peyton Manning from the beginning. So
okay.
I usually draft him in my fantasy league. I love him. I think he's awesome. I think he's set to retire, so I'd love to see him go out with a win. Mm-hmm. I feel like the Saints kind of, gave him a big thumping last time, so let's let him have a little redemption this time. And Scam Newton has no place in my house. So I'd love to see him just get crushed.
I would too. I think if you ask 10 people, I think probably average 9.5 would go with the Broncos. So I want to make sure, see if you didn't buck that trend.
No, gosh, no. Now I'm all for humble achievements.
Yes.
And so I feel like, if you're looking for who deserves it most based on their actions on and off the field, it's the Broncos all the way.
I'm with you. And be going for the Broncos in 2 weeks from yesterday. So can't wait for that. All right, Jaci. So time to get into it and, talking about small business owners and how they can market themselves. It's amazing. I mean, again, there's so many resources out there, but you want to make sure that as a small business owner, you're utilizing the right resources so that way you can spend your time wisely.
Absolutely. So what we did was we put together a group of 5 apps that if you're not using for your business, you should. And just, do one a week maybe or one a month until you're able to, assimilate them into your plan. But these are easy tools to adapt. They can really provide an immediate benefit, and they're either low cost or free. So why not? What do you got to lose?
Yes. Now we're going to go through these, and then there's 5 of them. But can I start off at number 3 because this one kind of intrigued me as soon as I saw it.
You can start wherever you want. You're the boss.
Yeah. How do you get Twitter to work for your small business?
Well, actually, it's a great question. So when you look at the markets around here, it's a rapidly growing Twitter fan base. It is still not at the highest level of quality or quantity of users like Facebook has, but it's getting there. So what you have is a smaller group of people who are more connected because there's less of them. So it's an easier way to get in and really kind of be a part of it. What you can use Twitter for is sharing your knowledge. If you're in a service-based business where you are a specialist at what you do, share that knowledge on Twitter. If you want to comment on the world around you, if you're one of those people that has pithy little asides and sarcastic observations, Twitter needs you. Your voice is missing from that conversation. They welcome your input. And it's a great way to get out a quick message. Boom, here it is. And I'll give you a great example. So last July, I'm sitting at the Lafayette Public Library with my girls. We're getting ready to go out of town on a trip for baseball. So we're getting some library books and some DVDs for the drive. We love the library.
Yeah.
And I see on Twitter a notification pops up that one of my son's friends was driving down Johnson Street and saw like all these cops racing to the Grand. So in my mind, she broke the story.
Right.
She notified the world long before KATC or KPEL jumped in. She was the first person I saw report minutes before everybody else. As a matter of fact, when Taylor put it out there, I then tweeted Jim Hummel and said, hey, what's up? And he goes, I don't know. I'll find out. So she broke the story. Twitter's like that.
Yeah.
So when you've got something that's happening right now, Twitter's absolutely the place.
I just tweeted that you were on right now.
Well, you know what's happening, though, is I'm seeing people liking it and retweeting it. And so it's there. Yesterday, when the Fox News broadcast of the Panthers game was so weird, and it looked like you were streaming it off of a flip phone, I knew it wasn't just my house because of Twitter, because everybody was on Twitter talking about how bad it looked.
Yeah. And they've been having those issues all throughout the year. When I noticed, I was like, wow, again, not for the most important of the game on their network this year.
Yeah, I know.
By the way, shout out, since we're talking about Twitter, shout out to Cajuns fan who is fired up for baseball season. And, of course, here at KPEL, we carry Raging Cajuns baseball.
Why we do.
Yay!
And we know Jaci Russo is a huge Cajuns baseball
Just a little,
fan.
just a little bit.
No, come on.
Season tickets for 17 years, whatever. I'm not bragging. No, and I can't wait. And that's another thing is sometimes when I travel, if I can't get Radio Pup for some reason, I can follow the game on Twitter because Raging Cajuns Athletics is posting. So Twitter Twitter's a
We
great
tweet
place.
about it, too.
Absolutely. It's a great place to have a community.
Yeah.
And so when you're looking for customers, it's a place to go out there and share who you are and what you're about and let that be a magnet to the people who are looking for what you do.
Yes. All right. So there are some great ones here that we still have left. Let's go ahead and jump. Let's go back to number one, Facebook Page Manager.
Sure. If you're managing a page for your business or multiple pages for your business or businesses, you need Page Manager. It's a great tool. It gives you all this analytics. It allows you to easily boost posts if you want to get them spread out to people who don't like you already. It's a fantastic tool. So we highly recommend it.
Now, here's another one, and I've been hearing about this so much lately, but really this is honestly my first chance that I've kind of familiarized myself with this, Yelp.
Yelp is a review site. So it's all about online reviews. Every business can be or probably has been reviewed. So the first thing you need to do is go figure out what people are saying about you online. You need to know. So if they are reviewing you, especially if you're in a customer service business like a restaurant, that kind of thing, you need to know because people are putting some words out there. If it's negative, you need to address it.
Right.
Apologize if it's something y'all did wrong. Explain if it's something that you think was a misunderstanding. You put a little bit of the conversation online so that people know that you addressed it, but then take the rest of the conversation offline because you don't want to get into a thread of back and forth with somebody. You want to make that private, especially if there's names involved and that kind of thing. But it is a great way for you to build a following and build a base because so many people, when they're looking for a new restaurant, a new service provider, a new doctor, whatever, they're going to go to Yelp and see what the reviews are.
In your time doing all this, Jackie, taking a company taking ownership of something, if it's a comment that's said online, since that's what we're talking about, and a company going out and taking ownership of that, how far does that go with the customer?
Oh, it's super important. It absolutely weighs so high. And when you're talking about search engine optimization, well, when they Google you, those Yelp reviews are going to pop up.
Right.
So you want to make sure that it's positive because there's too many choices out there to let some negative linger because it will turn people off.
All right, Jaci Russo is filling us in this morning. Just talk about small businesses and the resources that, they can have, those apps for the on-the-go business owners. So PayPal is our next one.
PayPal's fantastic. You've got Square, you've got PayPal. If you have a small boutique, handmade things, you've got Etsy. There's lots of transaction systems out there. PayPal, I think, has really become the most universal and the most widely accepted. So my husband has family that lives in lots of different cities, and whenever there's a gathering, grouping together to buy a gift or something, because my mother-in-law's birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, Debbie. So everybody paid by PayPal. So we were able to reimburse the person that actually purchased the gift. It was simple. It was easy. I did it sitting on my couch.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Done. Because here's what happens. My husband doesn't remember to send the check.
Right.
And so for months, they're like the newspaper boy. Where's my $2?
$2.
Where's my $2?
Okay, wait. Have you ever seen the movie Better Off Dead?
No, I have not.
Go to Netflix and find it. $2.
$2.
I want my $2.
Oh, no, let me tell you. His sisters will hunt him down.
Well, I'm just thinking that's how it works between us, too.
Absolutely.
It always happens that way.
So now they just text me. I PayPal it. Done.
And it's done.
It's done.
And his sisters still love him.
Well,
Mostly.
for the most part.
Yeah.
For the most part. They at least he doesn't have a debt hanging over his head, so he can go to family events and not, not be hunted for the cash. But so PayPal, what a great thing. When you're at the table and you're splitting the check and somebody doesn't have cash, the people who used to get out of paying because they're like, oh, I forgot my wallet.
Oh, yeah.
No worries, man. I'll catch my card. Why don't you PayPal me your share?
Yeah, PayPal me right
Done.
now, bro.
Yeah.
So said, bro.
Right.
You never know where these brand buzz segments are going to go, which is why I always enjoy
Beauty,
them.
man.
And it's just
sheer beauty.
And Bernie, kudos to you for scheduling this on Monday because Jackie just comes in and brightens any Monday that is on the schedule.
Well, we do what we can. And I really feel badly that I missed last week. I had a kid that I had to take to the hospital for some x-rays.
But she's okay.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
she's
the good
fine.
news.
She's fine.
She got the big boot.
I wanted to circle back to the generational branding because I think that's super important. And the trigger was 2 weeks ago we talked about the love languages.
Oh, yes.
And so generational branding is just like the love languages. You've got to know what their love language is. So whether it's acts of service, physical touch, gifts, whatever it might be. Well, the same thing with generations. What works for your boomer, coworkers, friends, employees is not going to work for your millennial coworkers, friends, employees. So you've got to know what their language is. So we're going to do a webinar that anybody can jump in on. It's free. You can go to our thing and register for it. And then you can kind of get some understanding of all those different generations. What are they looking for? How do they want to communicate? How should you sell to them? Everything.
Adaptability. I've been told it's a sign of intelligence.
It is. It very much is.
Yeah.
That and being a reader. That's what helps you be a lifelong learner and makes you adaptable.
Awesome.
Maybe that's why I like to read so much.
Yeah?
Because I love, you know what I love?
What's that?
The History Channel. I like to listen to the KPEL. And I like to just randomly Google things and read about that. But I don't look on the Wikipedia.
Do you spend time on Reddit?
No, should I do that too?
Oh, Reddit. Reddit.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's good?
It's good.
It's good.
You'll find so much information there you will love.
That's what I love to do. I love to find out about stuff. That's why, I'm a freak for KPEL and listening to people and the History Channel, of course.
The other thing you should go to is Alltop.
Alltop.
ALLTOP. Alltop.
Okay.
It's all the top blogs in the world divided by category.
Oh, cool.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. It started by one of the guys who was initial founders of Apple, and worked on the initial teams for iMac and all that. And so it's amazing, the information.
I'm going there today.
Yeah, amazing.
Well,
you're amazing.
Yeah, seriously.
What's the segment after the segment? There's always good stuff.
Jackie, you're a wealth of knowledge.
I do what I can.
And to tap into that wealth of knowledge, you can go to
RazorBrandingBlog.com.
Jackie, as always, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. So subscribe when you go there and sign up for that webinar.
Yeah. All right, 7:49.